right, guys, what is good? Georgia Southern defeats the Citadel 34-0. Great game overall, very solid game. Georgia Southern came out to Paulson and took care of business, shutting out the Citadel and pretty much for the most part, not showing any mercy against this team. Now, I know there's some things that people are going to be like, well, the Citadel ran the ball pretty well and there was a lot of penalties. Now, I will give you the penalties. The penalties were a problem. We'll talk about that in a few. But overall, this team looked very solid. They looked pretty good. The defense looked very nice. I love the way they attacked the football. I like the way this offense was a little less aggressive, and I actually like the fact that this offense seems a little more methodical, and it seems like they can get through any defense with this type of play. Now, when we look at the stats, Davis Brent, 27-37, 244, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Now, the 27-37, a lot of those incompletions came late in the game, like in the third quarter. We saw a lot of things happen where, for the most part, the Georgia Southern Eagles did get a little too aggressive. They got a little bit aggressive, and that's why a lot of passes was kind of wild and some play calling was kind of weird. But for the most part, Davis Brent looked very, very good. He looked really good. Nice touchdown pass to Anthony Quealy. No, I think it was another touchdown pass to Durham Burgess. I mean, it was just a very good game. So, like I said, Davis Brent came in and played very good. J.C. French came in late in the game, 4 for 4, 29 yards. You can't beat that. The running game, what can you say about the running game? Jalen White, 19 carries for 125, 1 touchdown. O.J. Arnold backed them up with 7 for 46 and 1 touchdown. He also had the first touchdown run of the season. You also look at Dalen Cobb. Terrence Gibbs actually came in. David Badinga came in, and he looked like he's going to be really good. I would like to see more of him on the field. You know, even though he had a fumble late in the game, he looked very well touching the football, and want to see much more of that come from North Cobb High School. The receiving yards, Durham Burgess 6 for 176, 1 touchdown. And Anthony Quealy also had 4 catches for 38 and 1 touchdown. Caleb Hood, 5 catches for 45. And the list goes down. 4 catches for J.J. McCaffrey. Dalen Cobb also had 3 catches. Josh Dallas came in the game late and had 3 catches. And one thing I said about Jalen White can catch out the backfield. Jalen White catch out the backfield. He had 3 catches for 14. Could have been more than that. Katie Dorsey also caught a pass as well. Oh, I didn't know that. DeAndre Buchanan caught one, and Jalen Barton caught a pass. I didn't know that. I must have wasn't looking at that at the time. Well, on defense, we'll get to the fumbles in a second because they were kind of weird. But on defense, Quadri Jackson had 6 total tackles, 4 solo, 1 sack, a monster sack. What a play that was when he got into the backfield. And overall, the defense looked really good. You got a lot of guys with multiple tackles. You have a couple guys with tackles for loss. DeMel Hickman had a really good one. Justin Rose, Marcus Watson-Trent had a good one. Even Quadri Jackson. Latrell Bullock looked good in his return. Terrion Lee, the Texas A&M transfer, looked nice as well. Terrell Davis came back after not being on the field for almost over a year. Had 2 tackles, 2 of them were solo, and a fumble recovery. So that looked good as well. Overall, this team looked really good. The only thing I would like to see, I probably would like to see an interception, but the problem with that was the Citadel didn't throw the ball much. Their quarterback was 2 for 8 for 14 yards, Grayson Underwood. Their backup came in late in the game, but he ran mostly the option. Cooper Wallace, this person I said that was going to be an issue going into this game, 16 carries for 113, the longest run was 35. Grayson Underwood also had a long run of 27. Like I said, I'm okay with some of these type of plays because of the fact that if you're going to run the ball a lot, they're going to break a few. But the problem is you just can't let that dictate the game. And that's what the Georgia Southern Eagles done. They clamped down when needed be and made sure this team did not score any points. Now, the main problem with this team right now is the penalties. We had way too many penalties. I don't know if it's here on ESPN, if they show how many penalties that we had, but the penalties was ridiculous. I think we had over almost 100 yards worth of penalties, and we can't do that. If we have that type of situation, we are not going to win many games because that's going to, pretty much, negate us in close games. That's going to negate our chances to win close games. That's going to negate our chances to go further into the season, because those type of things can curtail a season. You gotta get yourself together and play some more disciplined ball. Get away from the blocks in the back. Get away from the holding calls. Get away from some of the other things that we've been doing. And if we can get away from that, honestly, we probably would have put 40 points on these guys. Like, one play was a holding call, which is kind of funny looking holding call, but OJ Arnold ran in for a touchdown on that play. But I think we ended up scoring the touchdown right behind it anyway. But like I said, we just need to clean up the penalties. Overall, the team looked good. I like the way this team played. They look very solid. We could go tit for tat for some things we don't see, or what we didn't like, or what we do like, because no team is perfect. You're going to have some issues in certain games, but for the most part, this team looked really good. They did what they're supposed to do. They went up there. They went against the Citadel and beat them in pretty much. They beat them handily. They beat them in a respectable fashion. And we did it the way that we were supposed to do it. 34-0, beating the Citadel. We're going against UAB. They're coming to Paulson next week. I would love to be at that game. I don't think I'll be at that game. I think I have something else I have to deal with, depending on the scheduling. But I probably won't be at that game. But nevertheless, that's going to be a big game for Georgia Southern. And I think that we should be able to do a lot better than we did last season against them, losing them 35-21. They're coming to Paulson, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people going to be coming in to really, really show their support for Georgia Southern. So that's pretty much it, guys. Let me know what you guys think. 34-0, Georgia Southern beats the Citadel. I think that this was a phenomenal game. Some things need to be cleaned up, but overall, they played pretty well. All right, y'all, I am out here. I will see y'all guys on the next one. Appreciate y'all. See you around. You guys take it easy. All right, y'all. Peace.